The Park Avenue Grand Central corridor of New York City is arguably the strongest office market in the country. The vacancy rate is sub 7%. There are no large blocks of space available in the market, and we're leasing buildings today in Midtown at rents that are probably 10% greater than they were a year ago. So we're getting strong rent growth. So in the midst of that market strength, we have the only actionable today development site in the market. And it's a building that's 950,000 feet at 44th and Madison.
I'm here today with Owen Thomas, Chairman and CEO of BXP. Owen, welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Great to be here, as always.
So, Owen, what strategies are proving effective in attracting tenants back to physical office spaces today?
Well, there are multiple things that we're doing. I think the most important thing is our clients recognize the importance of in-person work for their own productivity, training, promoting their firm's culture. And the leaderships of these firms are doing everything they can to bring people back to the office. And one of the ways they're doing that is through being in great buildings in great locations. We're serving premium clients, and generally the employees react better to carrots rather than rules and sticks. And so one of those carrots, as I mentioned, is great buildings. So what's most important? Location, being close to transit. If you're an employee and you're concerned about, is the commute worth it? If the commute is easier, it's much more likely to be worth it. So I think being next to transit is critical. I think the second thing is, what food options are available in the property. The other thing that we're finding is meeting space. So many of our clients used to lease, significant meeting facilities within their space. Today, we're offering that as a benefit for all of our clients. We've built these meeting facilities in many of our premier buildings around the country. And so a client doesn't have to lease that space all year long. They can just rent it from us for the days that they have a large meeting or want to bring their groups together. So those are some of the, and then it just depends on the building. Some fitness is very important, but it just, no matter what it is, what our clients are most focused on are my employees having a great experience when they come to work.
And can you point to an interesting transactional development that will impact BXP in 2025 or into 26?
Yeah, I think the most important new investment that we're working on today is a new office development, believe it or not, at 343 Madison in New York. So the Park Avenue Grand Central corridor of New York City is arguably the strongest office market in the country. The vacancy rate is sub 7%. There are no large blocks of space available in the market, and we're leasing buildings today in Midtown at rents that are probably 10% greater than they were a year ago. So we're getting strong rent growth. So in the midst of that market strength, we have the only actionable today development site in the market. And it's a building that's 950,000 feet at 44th and Madison. And we're getting ready to launch it. And we're talking to a large number of clients to come in and anchor the property. The total cost of the project is a couple $2 billion. And most importantly, or very importantly, there's escalator access in the lobby into the Madison Avenue concourse area of Grand Central Station. So if you want to commute to Grand Central, and if you work in the building, you don't even have to bring a coat.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
So how have you positioned your balance sheet in order to be the most effective and successful in today's environment?
Yes, BXP has and always has always had a very strong balance sheet. We're BBB flat rated, which is the highest in our sector, and we continue to pay attention to our levels of leverage, even when we're making new investments. And we have great access to capital, both on the debt side, both in the public and the private markets. Just this year, we've already completed well over $4 billion of refinancings. We redid our credit facility, we extended some bank loans, we did a CMBS deal on an office building, so we have fantastic access to capital, and we're always paying attention to keeping our leverage at modest levels.